Beautiful. Yes. Welcome to the New Moon Circle in Virgo, September 2024. And I'm Sonali Singh, a Green Tara graduate with Evolved Being, an intergenerational trauma therapist, a love, sex, and relationship coach. And today, your host for the circle. I have been in the industry of mental health, started a organization called Sunona, and then moved on towards healing and body work and trauma focused coaching. I have been it has been such a pleasure to be joining Evolved Beings today. And thank you for inviting me to this space because this is the space that has truly felt that I truly, for the first time, dropped in the body. And this was a space that has, for the first time, helped me connect with these fellow sisters. So it has been a huge contribution in my world. And today I'm here to share this contribution further. And I'm so honored that you are here in this space with me. As you already might know, that today's theme is Yoni, and we will be moving towards Yoni. But before that, I would like to open this circle with just closing our eyes and dropping into the body. I invite you to drop into the body and notice what is going on in your body. What might be emerging to be seen, to be held, to be witnessed. Is there a sensation? Is there an emotion? Is there a thought?
Some sort of restlessness is there.
Okay, thank you. For now, you can just be quiet and let everybody be in the space. And slowly you can open your eyes with a breathe in the belly and exhaling out from the mouth. Beautiful. And you can share it in chat if anybody wants to unmute themselves and share. You're most welcome. Otherwise, you can share it in chat. It would be a simple check-in about, um, how you're feeling right now, what's going on in your body. Pain or sadness in lower body and anger in upper body. Thank you, Sadhna. No, we won't get the recording, Spiral. Restlessness for Malini. I can hear that. And more people on the screen. If more people can be on camera, it would be lovely to interact. And it helps my nervous system to feel more safe, more regulated, more connected when I see you. And it helps you to connect with me better. Hi, Taruna. Hi, Neha. So happy to see you guys. There were some sensations around the right shoulder. Beautiful. Thank you. If anybody else would like to share, you can put it on chat. Hello, Neha. Lovely. So before we enter in the yoni, I would like to have a small exercise to understand safety in the body first. So I would like you to bring in and invite two instances in your life where you felt safe, where you felt safe in your body. It can be when you were in the mountains, it can be when you're on the beach, it can be in your garden, it can be on your bed, it can be just, beside your altar, it can be anywhere. Just bringing in two moments where you felt safe. I'll repeat it for people who have just not like my body ever, so it feels like safety. People who have just joined, we are bringing in two places where you felt safe as a child or as an adult. Beautiful. And as you find these two places, I invite you to step into each of them. And get an impression of how does your body feel when you step into your safe space. Those who have trouble finding safety moment, maybe it can be under a tree, it can be with your pet, it can be in the temple. Stepping into that moment of safety and noticing what happens to your thighs, your stomach, your chest, your jaw muscles, your lower back, your feet, tips of your fingers. I invite you to try breathing into different parts of your body and imagine entering into each of these safe spaces. I invite you to breathe in the parts of your body where you did not breathe before. Maybe your neck, maybe your sides, and maybe your yoni. Entering into your safe space and breathing into it. Beautiful. I invite you to now breathe in to your yoni and have a quick check in with your yoni that how are you doing today? How are you? And if you have not yet, I invite you to open your pelvis a little and breathe in even deeper. Breathing into your yoni and exhaling out from the mouth, relaxing the mouth and opening your eyes. Welcome everyone, those who join now. Thank you for being here. Rest of the people, I would like you to write down these two safe spaces anywhere in your phone, in your journal, because this is something that you can come back to. And because your body remembers, how does it feel to feel safe? You can bring in that safety, invite the safety, bring in how does it feel to be in these places anytime that you need. Beautiful. And when do we lose the safety? When we are asked to perform and not be our authentic self. When we cannot express our authentic self in the world. When we wanted to cry, but we could not because it's not good to cry. Or when we asked for love, but it was too much. Because how can you ask for love when you have a younger sibling crying? Or when you asked for attention, but it was ignored. And when you wanted to play with your body, but it was shamed. And because somewhere you knew that, oh, it's not safe to really express this part of me, so I'll go hide it somewhere so nobody can see. And I will not be my authentic self in the world. And a lot of us gets hidden in our yoni because she contracts. Every time you felt unsafe, she contracts even more. Every time you felt, she went back. So today, my invitation is to step into bringing your authentic self expression and really bringing your authentic expression of your yoni in this space. Because hardly she was allowed to express her desires, her pain, her struggle. Because what if I told that it's hurting and I lose the connection? What if I express that I want to more love and I might not be received well? So hardly we gave the time and space for the yoni to really be all out there and be expressed and be in its totality. And today, hence, the circle is dedicated to your yoni. If anybody would like to share anything, now is the time when you asked your yoni how are you doing today? If you got any whispers, any messages that you would like to share in the group, you can put it on chat or unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, Sonali, for bringing this into light. Because yes, now I can connect the dots. Every time I was
there's any emotion or any feeling that has showed up, I invite you anytime in this session you find an emotion and expression coming up, really bringing your loving presence to that emotion, not trying to get rid of it, because most of the time we try to get rid of it, suppressed it. I invite you to really notice it. And if at all, also bring that expression out. And it is okay if you can bring it only 10% today, because that's what it feels safe in the body. And because I'm a trauma informed coach, I understand that for body to totally unfreeze can be difficult, because freezing was one of the major coping mechanisms, because it was too much to take in. So I froze. So I don't have to take in so much. And that's okay. It worked at some time and it might be working for a certain extent today also. So also honoring the freeze of the body, because how much we'll be fighting against. Payal, the direct message was, I feel unsafe. Thank you. Thank you. I imagined the session to be a very sensual yoni session and all of that, but then I realized, oh, there is no safety. And the entire session changed. Thank you for sharing it. Helps. Okay, beautiful. So now, just maybe we'll be doing a small exercise to connecting with the yoni even better. And if at all, when we'll be doing squeeze practice, I invite you to also lie down on your bed if you can, with your knees up. Only knees up, your entire back can be on the bed. Or if you want to just sit, that's also fine. There is no compulsion. And simply, before we move into that, I invite you to beautiful. I invite you to connect with your yoni. So maybe putting your one hand on the yoni or both the hands, and one hand on the heart where you felt safe in the body, anywhere in the body where you feel very safe. It can be belly, it can be heart. And breathing into it and letting your yoni know that, hey, I'm here, I'm listening, and I take your permission to connect with you even deeper. And when you feel that you have received that permission, and maybe you might not receive fully, then just take 10% or 1% of it. And you can remove your hands, you can open your eyes, or keep it closed, whatever works. And breathe in. Breathe into your yoni, and this breathing that you will be doing would be with your mouth. You bring your attention to the sensations in your yoni, and your yoni and your mouth are connected. So open your mouth, relax your mouth, and inhale in from the mouth. And as you inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor. And as you exhale, you drop the pelvic floor. As if you're breathing in from the mouth and you're breathing out from the mouth, and your mouth is your yoni. And I count. Now inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and squeeze. And exhale and relax the entire pelvic area for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in and out of your mouth as if you're breathing in and out of your yoni. Inhale, filling your entire yoni with air. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. And squeezing and exhaling. And you drop the pelvic floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bringing your attention to the sensations happening in your yoni. And now breathing in again. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. And keeping the squeeze for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when you breathe in now with more air, filling in more of your yoni with air. So breathing in and exhaling out. Breathing in and exhaling out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhaling out. And now you begin to gently squeezing and releasing the opening of your yoni. And you're going to do this very delicately. So not too intense with the muscles, but a gentle to intense. A gentle squeeze and release at your own pace. So squeeze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. And you allow the entire yoni to relax completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you're going to have the butterfly opening of your yoni. So you're going to squeeze, release, 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 squeeze, release. And exhaling out, keeping your mouth open and relaxed. And relaxing the entire vaginal area. Beautiful. Beautiful. And noticing the sensations that you might be feeling in your yoni right now. Before we move on to the another practice, I invite you to simply claim your yoni. So we're going to be using words that might not feel easy, but in whatever ways you would like to now call your yoni out. It can be pussy, because pussy has always been a word that has been judged, that has been banned. So maybe pussy. And if you want to say out loud, so like pussy, 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 pussy. And then if you feel yawning, let it come up. Yawning, burping are one way of your body to release. What do you say? What do you feel? And where do you feel in your body when you say the word pussy? Breathe into that part of your body. And as you breathe into that, allow it, welcome it. Pussy. And if your yoni is the essence of your female sexuality, then what would you like to feel about your pussy? Bringing into that and including that too. Beautiful. You can open your eyes when you feel complete. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Sanjana. Thank you, Payal. Thank you, Taruna. Thank you, Sadhana. And everybody else who is still here, but I cannot see you. Please come on camera. Beautiful. If anybody want to share anything, please put it on chat. So my question to you is that when you say the word pussy, when you say the word yoni, then what shows up for you? So many points of views about the word pussy. I hear you. What are these point of views? And how do you feel? You should not use that. Thank you. It's a curse word. Yeah. How the word itself has become a curse. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So beautiful. Thank you. Lovely. Sacred. Thank you so much. Yeah. Mysterious. Thank you, Sanjana. I felt feminine after a long time and I felt calling the yoni. So, no, like we call the beloved. So beautiful. Lovely. Sensual. Wow. Yeah, I hear you. Sacred and divine. I hear you clearly. Yes. Sadhana, little resistance to it out loud, but a deep happiness inside. Yeah, because it's finally yours. The word is yours. Godly and Godish. Thank you. So beautiful. And if I have to ask you one emotion that popped up for you, then what that emotion would be? When you look at your yoni, calm. Okay. Seen. Seen is something that it felt, but what beautiful. Love, freedom. Thank you. Centered. Desired. Oh, oh, thank you. It wasn't oh, it was oh. Beautiful. We move on to another practice. You can share and I'll read it on chat. Hmm. So, okay. So we'll be doing the honey pot practice. But I also want to just stand and dance and jump a little. So maybe we can play a music and simply anything and everything that you expressed, that you felt when you connected with your yoni, you let that emotion and that expression come out. So we'll be first doing the yin of our expression, where we will be noticing how does it feel to be desired by yoni? How does it feel to be seen by yoni? How does it feel to be in awe of your yoni? How your body responds, the way we did with the safety exercise. And then come to the yang expression of it, where we also let the body move and breathe and sound with that expression. So, not that expression is limited to the mind, but it is also so overflown in the body that the yoni feels completely heard and moved and breathing with it. Beautiful. So, whatever emotion comes up when you say the word pussy or when you say the word yoni, it can be the emotion of shame and anger, and let that be too. And it can be an emotion of feeling awe and feeling desired and feeling um, celebrated and feeling divine and feeling cherished, feeling ecstatic. So it can be both the expressions, and both of them are welcomed and honored and celebrated today. So bringing in the connecting with the yoni and whatever emotion shows up, noticing in your body how does it feel to completely let that emotion be expressed, but not expressing it, but just noticing it. How your breath moves, how your body moves, where your body might soften, where it might still feel rigid. So, closing your eyes and bringing that emotion that you feel with your yoni today. Noticing how your breath moves, how your hands move with it. Maybe you feel a little relaxed, or maybe you feel a little angry. And see if you can honor that expression as a divine expression of the goddess herself. Noticing how you breathe, how your heart beat, the muscles, the joints, the sensations, the emotions. Seeing your body as a temple. And from this awareness of our body as a temple, you bring the yang expression and you give your body the permission to turn up that feeling in the body and your authentic expression of that emotion. So you can open your eyes or keep it closed. And slowly you turn on the volume of that emotion that you felt when you connected with your yoni. You may want to get up, you may want to sit straight, you may want to breathe louder, you may want to move your hands. And if you feel awe, then how would you express awe authentically from your body? Would you open your heart a little more? Would you open your hands a little more? If you feel desired, then how would you breathe with that desire? If you feel seen, then how would you be seen with that? So I'll be playing with you. If you felt embarrassed, then how would you let also the embarrassment take over your body and feel it? If it wants to hide, then hide. If it wants to get tight, then tight. Tighten even more. Bringing in your authentic expression, whatever that is, and let it be the dance of your yoni, how she would like to express herself today. And expanding that feeling and emotion in your entire body, turning it up and bringing the movement, bringing the sound, and bringing the breath along. Letting it play more, letting it move, and letting it fully claim her expression. And now I invite you to really letting the yoni take over the body and dance. And I invite you to simply notice the impulse that you might feel, the impulse to shake, the impulse to hump, the impulse to jump, the impulse to move right to left, letting that impulse also be authentically expressed. So I have an impulse to shake my pelvis, to shake my belly, to shake my yoni. Follow what's yours. Mm. Mm. And you might have an impulse to simply jump and hump, like really, as a masculine force, really claiming and owning the hump and claiming and owning the jump, the anchoring also. Letting that impulse also take its space. Beautiful, amazing. Good job. Beautiful, beautiful. And if you would like, then you can sit on your knees and simply bring in more activation in your yoni by breathing in and slightly humping, slightly jumping. And just exhaling and releasing everything that came up in the session that wanted to leave, that doesn't serve anymore, just with your breath. So, sitting on your yoni, just like the Tanuna is doing, beautiful. And simply breathing in and exhaling out. So, more focus on the exhale and less on the inhale. And if you cannot sit, that you can also stand and bringing all your attention and movement to the pelvic floor, to the root. Awakening the goddess sitting right there, waking her up just with your breath. Good. Yes, 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 yes. And this is also celebrating her awakening in your body. So you might say, yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. You still have more. You still have more. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 30 more seconds to go. Yes, 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 yes. You have the capacity to hold. You have the capacity to move, and you have the capacity to breathe. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Moving into the silence for a few seconds and just noticing the sensations in your yoni and in your body. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can open your eyes when you feel complete. Beautiful. It was so lovely to see you all dancing the dance of your yoni. Awesome. And if every desire of your yoni is the divine expression of the goddess herself, like her command that, hey, I want that. Hey, I ask for that. Hey, this is mine. Hey, I would love to have more of it. Hey, I don't want it anymore. So if every desire, if every ask, and if every feeling, emotion is an expression of the goddess herself, then what do you hear? Then what do you hear your yoni desires more of? Maybe more of boundaries, maybe more of no's, maybe more of yeses, maybe more of love, maybe more of touch, maybe more of seeing. This is the first question. And the second question is that how would you like to honor that goddess sitting right there in your yoni? So if you have to do just one thing, if you would like to do but just one thing, then how would you like to honor her? Maybe just checking in with her every day, maybe just offering flowers, maybe touching more. How would you like to honor her? So I'll be dividing you in breakout rooms and I'll be giving you 3 minutes each So one of you with the longer hair can go first, and the other one with the shorter hair can go second. So the first one can share the other person that if your yoni is a person, at least, if your yoni has a voice and the God is speaking literally, but howsoever you hear it, then what does she say? What does she desire? And if you are a devotee of that goddess, then how would you like to celebrate her, honor her? So if your yoni has a voice, then what does she saying? And if you have to honor her, then how would you like to honor her? So I'll be dividing you in the breakout rooms, 3 minutes each, and I'll be putting in the chat when the first participant ends. And I invite you to just listen. Really, there are 3 rules of listening. Do not advise, do not ask any questions, and do not interrupt. So take your time and really get connected with your yoni and let her speak, let her take space. And speak out as if your yoni is speaking to the fellow participant. And then when your turn is done, I'll put it on chat and the next person can take up. Beautiful, lovely. So Anne will be opening the breakout rooms that you are welcome to join. I don't have the access to put message in the breakout rooms, I think. Yeah, I have. Beautiful.